This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2005 Ford F250 Crew Cab, 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's the King Ranch trim package, which is saddle leather seats. This truck was a trade-in to the local Jim Click Ford dealership here in Tucson. And ironically, we know this truck really well because a year ago, in October of 2017, we sold it to the people who traded it in, and so we know it's a great truck. That's why we bought it, because we already knew. When we sold it back in October of 17, it had 118,000 miles on it. Now it has 135,363 miles. So they drove it 17,000 miles in the last year. Obviously, it runs good. Let's see. I'm gonna run through this inspection that we did. It's a beautiful truck, blah, blah, blah. We sold this truck 10 of 17 to local buyers at 119,000 miles. They drove it 14, that's actually 17,000 miles. That's bad math. And traded it in last week to new car dealer Jim Click Ford. We knew this truck well, so we had to buy it back. 9 of 2017, we installed 2009 King Ranch seats. When we bought this, it was a theft recovery and on a clear title, but we couldn't find King Ranch seats at the time. It was kind of weird. It was a weird period of trying to buy things, especially King Ranch parts and Lariat seats. They always steal them. And but we could find an 09 set of seats. So it's got a newer model seat. They're actually more comfortable. They're nicer looking. But we installed 09 seats, and we also installed a Bulletproof EGR cooler and a Ford oil cooler. Also, my brother wants me to remind people that a steel bumper on the front is definitely going to affect the performance of airbags. So if you want the airbags to come out and work properly, take that off and put a factory bumper back on it, okay? Also, my guys, Luke Perry passed, rest in peace. Moment of silence. Okay, anyway, anything to throw me off my game, right? Anyhow, I'm gonna walk around this truck. I'll show you, anything I see, I will point at and I will show you to look at closer in the photo gallery. Like this front bumper, it's obviously could use a little rattle can of gold paint if you wanted to, but it's got some dings and nicks in it. You can buy a brand new bumper, a chrome bumper, put it on there. They're not even expensive now. They're like 250 bucks if you wanted to do that. But in that photo gallery, you'll see a little magnifying glass icon you can drag over any photo and zoom in on anything you see in that photo. We encourage people to use that. That way cosmetics are not an issue. There's a little scratch right here. A couple little tiny ones here. Obviously a little white touch-up paint would do wonders there, but we pretty much like to present them as we get them, especially cosmetically. Unless they're really messed up, we won't paint them or do any body work or anything, because it's kind of better for people to see them the way we see them, Not sure why it's got the back tailgate cap on it, although they're probably a lot more expensive to buy the King Ranch, the tan one. And so whoever in the past decided to do that, put that on there, probably did that because it was expensive. And who knows, they probably found it at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in a second here, I'll be inside the truck. I'll start the truck. I'll go over the Carfax. I'll go over the Kelly Blue Book, show you that stuff. I'll go into the hood. We'll take off the oil cap so you can see blow-by. We'll be looking for Ford stamps on the fenders and stuff to make sure that they're original parts. And if they're not, they won't say Ford on them, and then we'll know. 135,384 miles. Kelly Blue Book on this truck. 05 King Ranch short bed, 133,000 miles. Typical listing price would be $16,371. Now, that doesn't take into the account that it's been had a Bulletproof EGR cooler and Ford oil cooler put on it. That would add quite a bit to that, but they don't have that box to check on Kelly. So Carfax says that this truck's retail value is $17,700. That's considering the history of it, and it's Carfax. So there's the VIN, no accidents reported, no damage reported. I did this Carfax about an hour ago, 3/4/19. So it was in Texas. We bought it in Texas. Boom, 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 boom. And then right here, 6/26/17, it was stolen. And it was recovered about a month and a half later, 8/2/17. We bought it. There's our title, 9/6/17. We bought it with 118,492. And then we sold it, 119,000 miles. And there you go. Now it's their truck, and that's that. Then they just traded in like a week ago, and it's got 135,384 miles. So obviously it runs great. And we brought it here and inspected it, and it's exactly the same truck that we sold a year ago. And I'll bet you they made a lot of money on the trade-in on this thing. All right, there's the stamp we're looking for. You want to see that Ford stamp? That's original fender. There's the Ford stamp there on the core support. Ford stamp right there. And Ford stamp right there. So everything's original. Let's look at blow-by. That is beautiful. No blow-by at all. All right. And I've locked the doors, which is not kind of why I've developed the habit of leaving this one open, because I tend to do that. All right, so now let's go back around. Then we got to walk around the truck one more time. There. Window, door locks. I think these 09 seats look way cool. All right, let's see. Oh, that's forward. You gotta go forward first before you go back. And back. There you go. The seat's in great condition. There's a wheel lock key there. Gotta have these in Tucson. Keeps the temperature down. There's a remote for your radio. Center console's in good shape. The rear seat is the original seat. They stole the front seats. So the rear seat is the original seat, and the front seats are 09s. That's what they came out of. 08s and 09s are the same thing, but technically they came out of an 09. At least that's what the sticker said from the salvage yard that we bought them from. It's really weird. There was a period of about 6 months around the time we owned it in 17 where you could not buy this King Ranch seat, front or back. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could buy this rear seat to match this for almost nothing. They're like $600 or $700 for a whole rear seat. You know, so if you wanted to do that, you could. All right. Mirrors out, in, down, up, other side, out, in, up, down. There you go. Door locks. All right. Seat forward. Seat back, seat up, seat down. Seat looks great, really does. Got the King Ranch pulls, you got the King Ranch cup holder deal, King Ranch steering wheel, tilt wheel. There's that. All right, let me hop in this boy. Get the seat adjusted here. Seatbelt on here. All right, let's see. First of all, let's get some air conditioning going here. It's freaking hot. Let's see. There we go. All right. Air's blowing cold. Let's see. There's tow on and off right there. That's off. That's on. Let me turn the fan down here. Let's see. We'll use the steering controls. That's the fan up and down. Temperature up and down. That's the steering controls, so they work fine. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's put the radio on. Let's see. There you go. It's got a CD player, remote, whatever. All that stuff. Let's see. Let me put it into neutral. Put it into 4 low. So you're gonna get 4 low right there. Drive and reverse. Neutral. We're gonna go to 4 high. So now the low went away. Now we're in 4 high. Drive. Reverse. All right, neutral. Now we're gonna go back to 2-wheel drive. All right, and let's do a systems check here while we're at it. So you do this. So where it says systems check, engine temp okay, temp okay, tranny temp okay, oil pressure okay, brake fluid okay, all doors closed, air filter okay. 135 miles to empty, system check complete, okay? All right, let's go for a ride. This truck is being sold on a clear title. It was a theft recovery. We've owned it twice, liked it the first time, love it the second time. Great truck. We did double check, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, is it really a King Ranch because of the seats? And, you know, yes, we called and ran the VIN with Ford. It is a King Ranch. Has 09 front seats. It has 07 or older rear seats. Obviously, they're probably the original seats, so it's probably an 05 seat, but making sure that everyone knows what they're buying here, and that we've double checked and triple checked, and you've seen the Carfax, the Kelley Blue Book, and the whole bit. Anyway, if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you'll have a really nice truck to drive home. You will pay the following. You will pay tax and dock fee. Dock fee is $250. Taxes are whatever your state tax rate is, plus our city of 2.7. So if you come here, you're going to pay your state tax, plus our city, and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're going to pay is agreed upon price, and that's it. There's no dock fee, there's no tax, there's no nothing. If you pay by wire and ship, once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name, sign it off to you, scan it in your online file, and mail it. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in. You'll have the truck shipped to you. By the time the truck shows up, your shipper shows up with your truck, you'll already have the title in the mail. Once the truck shows up, you just go to motor vehicles in your state, get plates. It's very simple. Deposit is $500. Once we have your deposit, we have a deal. Once we have the deposit, put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you will know it's yours. Until then, it will stay for sale. Low mile, Bulletproof, EGR, King Ranch, very quick, and it's white. It's gonna go really quickly. So make sure you're ready with your deposit. Last part of every video, I say the same thing. I really encourage people to watch every video we have online so they know I'm not, you know, picking on this truck. I say this about everything that we sell. last 2 minutes of the video. We don't have salesmen. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have a lounge to hang out in. We don't add money to the price of the vehicle to prepare for future repairs on your truck, because it's your truck. On day one, you're the owner. We give you tons of information, everything we know about the vehicle. We know a lot about this one, so that you can make a good decision and you become the owner on day one. Bottom line, if it breaks, whether it's day one or day 3001, you are going to be the one repairing your truck. We are not doing that. We are not writing you checks. We're not fixing this truck. It's the only way we can make our business model work is by giving you tons of information up front and then not being the owner the day you become the owner, which is day one. If we have to, fix things, window motors or door locks or, air conditioning or whatever, we can't stay open, okay? So we give you tons of information so that you can make a good decision, and then it's your truck. And this is a really nice truck. Usually when you have a push bumper, you can hear all kinds of rattling and squeaking. This one doesn't. It's kind of weird. It does a nice job being very quiet. Anyhow, I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.